I have a best friend whom we have always been close. My best friend is more prettier than me, more smarter, and very lucky too. She comes from a good family, and I from a middle class. I don't know how we became friends, but we became so close. And I admit that sometimes I envy my friend because opportunities that I need never come my way, but she easily gets them. I admire her a lot and I appreciate her as a friend, but sometimes I am very jealous of her. And I believe that that is human nature. It is normal to be jealous of someone who seems to sail through life more smoother than yourself. We grew up, and my friend has always got an amazing husband, whilst I found myself with a dirt bag. I went through divorce 5 years after marriage, but my friend's husband was just amazing, handsome, and rich. And their relationship was just enviable. And now my jealousy surged. But I always controlled it because I know it is not her fault and all fingers are not equal. There came a time after 10 years of marriage, my friend and the husband were not conceiving, and they went to hospital and found out that my friend is barren, which I was secretly happy about. I was so happy. At least now there is something that she doesn't have that I have. I have a girl from my previous marriage, and I was so happy to hear that she's infertile. But the husband swore to always be with her and that he would not leave her due to her barrenness. His family tried to persuade him to leave her or get surrogacy, but she doesn't want surrogacy. She doesn't want a child, but he wants it. But because of his love for her, he just suppressed his need for a child. I don't know how, but somehow we had an affair and I fell pregnant and I decided to have a child for him. He wanted me to get rid of it at first, but I cried and threw a huge tantrum threatening that I'm going to tell his wife. He agreed that I should have the baby, but on the premises that I do not ever tell anyone who the father of the child is. Mind you, my friend's husband is really rich. I decided to agree with that. He gave me a lot of money, bought me a nice spacious apartment I've always had my eyes on, and so life became better. And now my son is 10 years old. He knows his father, but he can't acknowledge his dad outside. And my friend is still living blissfully. And I am becoming bitter. I want to. I want everyone to know who the father of my child is. I don't want my son to just grow up and people tagging him as a bastard when my son has a father who clearly loves him a lot. Now my problem is my friend. Although I acknowledge that I have always envied and sometimes hated her a little, I really don't want to hurt her. And I know this will be so hurtful. And I am stuck. The man also tells me not to say anything to her. If I need more money, he will give me. But at this point, it's no longer an issue about money. It's about my son's identity. He even uses my last name, which bothers me a lot because I would love my son to have his father's last name. I don't know what to do, and I would appreciate any form of advice on how I go about this situation of mine.